Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone. So, it's been ages since I've last filmed a sit down video like this, but today we're going to be taking a look and speculating about everything that could be coming to the Thorpe Park Resort in 2020. As I'm sure many of you are aware, as of yet we haven't had anything major confirmed to be coming to Thorpe Park this year. However, we have had a few minor things that we know are happening in the 2020 season. One of these things is the Thorpe Shark Hotel is having its name changed from the Thorpe Shark Hotel to the Thorpe Shark Cabins. Now this of course leads to the question, why have they done this? And at this point it's kind of hard to tell. There's a few possibilities, one of which is, as for those of you that have stayed at the Thorpe Shark Hotel, you'll know that it's not a grand big hotel. So this name change to the Thorpe Shark Cabins could just be distinguishing the fact that the rooms are very small, so it's almost kind of setting people's expectations a little bit lower so that when they arrive they're not expecting this big Thorpe Shark Hotel. Instead they are receiving a Thorpe Shark Cabin. Another possibility as for this name change could be the potential of Thorpe Park looking to build a large scale hotel in the future. If you guys have been watching my series The Past Decade at Thorpe Park, you will know just how many planning applications Thorpe Park have submitted over the past decade to build hotels. And one of these potential hotel ideas that has consistently been popping up has been this large scale lakeside hotel just to the side of where the guest car park is. So with all of these planning documents over the past decade, and even in our first winter construction update, we saw some like cranes and porter cabins in this exact location. So who knows, could this name change to the Thorpe Shark Cabins be the start of planning for this large lakeside hotel? If it is, it definitely won't be finished this year. It'll be something that happens over the course of the next few years. However, as I said, this could literally be the wheels starting to turn on this large hotel. As I mentioned, that name change is one of the confirmed things we know is happening for the 2020 season. There is another big thing that we know for a fact is going to be happening in 2020, but we'll get onto that in just a second. First of all, we got a bit of speculation. If you guys watched my Thorpe Park behind the scenes tour video that came out just before the 2019 Thorpe Park season began, you may remember I said the following. So yeah, we've just taken a look at the new and improved dome, which is going through like phase one of a new project to modernise the whole area. So as you saw there, during our behind the scenes tour, Jordan showed us around the newly refurbished dome. And as I mentioned in the video, that was phase one. So over this winter period, could we be seeing phase 2 of the dome taking place? Because obviously last year they stripped out a lot of the Atlantis theming and just kind of left it as this black, clean, fresh design. So this year, could we be seeing some more theming now being added back into the dome to make it more of a themed area? The whole dome refurbishment was a complete shock last year, so they absolutely could be doing part 2 of this development this year and we don't even have a clue. So we'll have to wait and see. As well as finding out about this big dome development in that behind the scenes tour, there were also loads of other small minor improvements that had happened around the Thorpe Park Resort. So we could absolutely be seeing even more of these small improvements taking place over this winter period, and hopefully, fingers crossed, myself and Kieran will be able to film another one of those awesome behind the scenes videos just before the season starts. Now, of course, with these brand new improvements coming to the park, it does often mean that some things do have to be removed. And another bit of speculation here, we're going to be talking about the Living Nightmare building. Now, Living Nightmare is of course a Walking Dead horror maze that is located around the back of the Walking Dead The Ride building. Previously in this building we've had mazes like the Passing and the amazing Cabin in the Woods. However, since 2017, when The Walking Dead took over Fright Nights for that year, we have had The Walking Dead Living Nightmare. And some of you might not agree with this, but in my opinion, the popularity of Living Nightmare has kind of been dwindling ever since Living Nightmare Extreme, which was one of the best horror mazes experiences I personally have ever had. It was insane. But yeah, after its opening year and then Living Nightmare Extreme, the maze's popularity has just kind of been going downhill. And also, due to the fact that Living Nightmare is licensed to The Walking Dead, the massive TV show, this does mean that Thorpe Park have to renew the licensing rights to this maze. So back when they first opened Living Nightmare, Thorpe Park would have signed a deal with AMC, the company that run The Walking Dead, saying you can operate this maze for such and such years. This would have been the same with The Walking Dead Do or Die. And that basically means Thorpe Park can't just keep bringing back the maze year after year without paying a new licensing fee whenever their current contract runs out. But just by looking at the facts and by speculating, as I said, the maze's popularity has been dwindling. The Walking Dead has been at Fright Nights for a while now. There is very much a chance that we could see the removal of Living Nightmare in 2020. And that would then leave them with a completely empty space, which means we could be seeing a new maze for Fright Nights 2020, or I don't know, they could do something else with it. I don't know, as I said, pure speculation. We could see Living Nightmare return for Fright Nights 2020, but that is a very big possibility that it could be leaving the park in 2020. So, as always, at the end of every year, Thorpe Park released their almost year in review video where they show everything that happened at the Thorpe Park Resort during the past year. And normally Thorpe Park like to tease what's coming the following year right at the end of the video. And 2019's Thorpe Park year in review was no different, because at the end of the video they played this little teaser. So yeah, initializing does seem to be the key phrase that Thorpe Park are using to market this brand new thing that is going to be coming in 2020, because they also used it at the end of a recent blog post. Well, the official definition of initializing is set to the value or put in the condition appropriate to the start of an operation. So just based off of that definition, it almost seems like this could be the start of something big coming in the future. And in fact, a lot of people are speculating that this could be the start of Thorpe Park's next major roller coaster project. It could be the very initial point of marketing, as in they are initializing the beginning of this big new coaster. So I have to say, I do think this is wishful thinking, because due to the lack of planning permission and construction and marketing, I really doubt that this could be any kind of new ride hardware for the 2020 season. And by ride hardware, I literally mean anything from a brand new roller coaster, an RMC, to even just like a new flat ride. Just because there would be groundwork going on, there would be some form of planning permission, I guess, and we've seen none of that. So that of course leads to the question as to what could be initializing in 2020. And for those of you that remember, in 2019, we obviously didn't get any major hardware that year. Instead we got a load of events and a new escape room in the form of Jungle Escape. I very much think we could be in for a kind of similar year in 2020. Along with the definition that I read earlier for initializing, a lot of other definitions for initializing are all based around computers and data and that kind of thing. So whatever we could be seeing, I think could very likely be themed or based around like technology or just high-tech things, computers. I really don't know. It's hard to tell just based off of this teaser, but that would be my guess. Obviously the closest thing we've had to this in recent years would be game effects. So could this initializing in 2020 project slash thing be similar, or it's like a one-time event like Game FX Wars or Bouncezilla, or possibly even something like Jungle Escape, where it is an all year round thing permanently set up somewhere on park. In fact, a super interesting thing is one of the other definitions for initializing is to clear of previous data in preparation for use. So I don't know, if what I was talking about earlier with the Living Nightmare building being completely gutted, you know, they're clearing that area in preparation for use where they could put this, whatever it's going to be, I don't know, pure speculation. They could even begin deconstructing Logger's Leap, and that could be the clearing, and this initializing thing could take place in that area. I really don't know. As I said, it's all just speculation at this point. We've got very little to go off. One other thing that I think needs to be mentioned, a load of you guys have been sending me these screenshots of apparent clearing taking place on the island next to the Swarm. And whilst it definitely does look like something could be going on, it's kind of really hard to tell because a lot of the places where these screenshots are coming from are quite old. Like I know Snap Maps has quite an old aerial picture of Thorpe, so it's very hard to tell, and I don't think at the moment it's anything major to look into, but it definitely is something to keep an eye on during the 2020 season, just seeing if anything is going on that island. But as of right now, I don't think it's anything to get too excited about. So yeah, that right there is everything we have to talk about in today's video. Just once again, a lot of what we have discussed in today's video is just pure fun speculation. Don't take it all to be pure facts. It's just me throwing my thoughts out there. It doesn't necessarily mean it's 100% true. But yeah, hopefully we will get some confirmed information from the Thorpe Park Resort very soon. And of course I will be discussing whatever they announce on this channel as soon as that happens. So be sure to subscribe to be notified when those future Thorpe Park videos are released. And yeah, hopefully we are in for a great year at the Thorpe Park Resort. Just remember, with whatever Thorpe Park do announce, be sure to stay positive. And remember, even if it's not great, we've still got Fright Nights to look forward to. So yeah, try and stay positive with whatever they announce. And yeah, I personally just can't wait to get back to the island. We've been doing a few winter construction updates, so be sure to watch those if you are missing the park. And also, I have just released my first ever line of merch. I'm wearing some of it right now. So yeah, feel free to go and cop that if you like the look of it and if you want to support the channel. But yeah, otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. My name is TheJackSilkstone. Goodbye.
Hey, nah, I ain't feeling that. You never proved me back. You never did jack, hold that. I think I'm waved, but I'm definitely not sure. I'm never washed up. I know I got more. Painting pictures with words, top drawer. Trying to find a middle ground is a lost cause. Yeah.